Hey, what's up, everybody? Showing up the King, coming from the man cave. Here to do a new segment for my YouTube channel. I hope to do one every week from here on out. Finally had some time, and I decided to do a TV show review. I watch a lot of TV, watch a lot of movies, and I love anime and comic book heroes. And today they premiered the Ultimate Spider-Man on Disney XD, and I thought I'd come and review the first two episodes for you guys to, give my opinion on what I thought of the episode, and also to find out what you guys thought of the episode. I hope you guys saw it. There might be some spoilers in here, so just to let you know ahead of time. So what I'll do is I'll start off by telling you what I thought about the show and the good, and I'll talk about what I didn't like, and then hopefully I'll solicit you guys for comments as to what you thought about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? So because again, I think the target audience for the show is kids, but people like myself, big kids at heart. I love this stuff. I've been watching since I was little, and I'm continuing to watch, and I'm going to continue to watch. So anyway, without further ado, let's get on to it. The first episode of the Ultimate Spider-Man starts off with Peter Parker in his first year as being Spider-Man. So of course he's just adjusting to the whole superhero thing. It's the way they do the show is there's a lot of I guess him breaking the fourth wall and talking to the audience, and it's kind of cool. It's him. And one thing I will say ahead of time is they do a lot of like perspectives. Like it'll be Peter Parker, and then he'll run into Mary Jane Watson, and then they'll stop and say, "Hey, this is Mary Jane Watson. She's my best friend. We used to play together and run away together, and blah 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 stuff like that." So anyway, but let's get on to what I like, and then I'll get to the other stuff that I didn't like. So one of the things I really did like about the show is the art style that they went with. It looks to me like they kind of stuck within the frame of the Spectacular Spider-Man that came out a few years ago. It's very cartoony. Believe it or not, it almost has a Teen Titans feel to it. There'll be a certain time where they'll cut away, and it'll be like a Crayola looking kind of Spider-Man where you have like little gags and stuff. And I thought it was kind of cool because again, Teen Titans was one of the best shows that was out there. And again, but then again, DC, they tend to do a really good job with their animated stuff. So there's no surprise there. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Anyway, so the episode starts off with Peter Parker, Spider-Man, fighting Trapmaster, and Trapmaster has this glue gun, and he's like shooting it all over the place, and trying to catch Spider-Man. He's bouncing all over the place, and eventually he stops him with a lot of collateral damage. So then Nick Fury from Shield comes down in his helicarrier and offers to train Spider-Man to make him a better Spider-Man, a ultimate Spider-Man, and of course, Spidey reluctantly agrees to it eventually. And then you get a scene with him getting a new web shooter with a target on it, and the range is longer. It looks like the webs are stronger. It's actually kind of cool tech. So I can say ahead of time that a lot of this tech that he's going to be getting from the previews I've seen is going to be really cool. Um, I also enjoy the quips that he does during his fights. He's very talkative. One thing that was missing from the original Spider-Man movies was the snarky attitude, the making fun of the villains that he's fighting as he's fighting them. And I think the show did a really good job of capturing that essence of who Spider-Man is and what he likes to do. He's a smart aleck, he's a teenager, he's crazy, all that good stuff. And they did have some really interesting villains. Like I know in the Spider-Man mythos, there's a lot of villains out there that are always recycled. So it's good to see that they're adding new villains on this season. And the main part of the scene is when he's back at school. Apparently, they figure out that he goes to this school, and they're trying to figure out who he is. There's a giant food fight, and he's fighting him. And overall, it was a decent episode. Episode two was him getting on a shield helicarrier and him starting his actual training. He gets this spider cycle that, and they go through the whole parameters of how, with his web shooter, how long it takes him to go a certain distance, and if he uses his motorcycle, how quicker it can be, and he tries it out. And the motorcycle's kind of cool, but all in all, I'm like, Spider-Man, you don't need a motorcycle. But I mean, it is kind of cool, and I guess I see the direction. The more vehicles and tech they can put in there, is going to be more stuff the kids are going to want to go to the Toys R Us and Target and stuff. Oh, I want the spider cycle. Oh, I want this. So I kind of get the little thing in between about that. But I mean, me personally, Stick to your webs, buddy. It'll serve you a lot better. Anyway, so let's talk about some of the things that I didn't like. Overall, I think it's a good show. It's only been 2 episodes in. Overall, I did enjoy the show. One thing that I do want to stress though is the whole breaking the fourth wall. Not a huge fan. It was cool the first couple of times, but like I swear, like every like 2 minutes, he was either breaking the fourth wall to explain a bad guy, breaking the fourth wall to talk, say who Harry Osborn is, who Huntress or whoever that chick was. It got old really quickly. And I'm like, you have to understand. I understand you're trying to bring in a new set of fans for Spider-Man, and they may not know. But I'm like, seriously. Besides Superman, Spider-Man is probably one of the most recognizable superheroes out there. Every kid, young or old, knows who the Spider-Man is. We don't need to keep breaking the fourth wall to explain who Harry Osborn is, or who Mary Jane is, or why is this villain about to turn me into bread? Stuff like that. So like, if I had to make the biggest gripe about the episode was the whole breaking the fourth wall thing. I kind of hope later on in the other episodes they kind of like pull back on that because it was very annoying. But overall, I did like the show. I thought it was pretty good. It's definitely no Spectacular Spider-Man by any stretch of the imagination. But overall, I did enjoy it. I look forward to watching the new episodes. I'm getting ready to actually watch Avengers because I taped it on my DVR. I just wanted to hop on here real quick and do a quick video about the Spectacular Spider-Man. You guys should definitely check it out. One other thing, we're going to also start doing a segment called Marvel vs. DC, because if you guys know, DC has their DC Nation over on Cartoon Network on Saturday mornings, and Marvel has their Marvel Universe on Sunday mornings. So it's like a clash of the champions here, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I haven't been this excited since we had Toonami and since we had Justice League Unlimited, things of that nature. So, Teen Titans, Justice League Unlimited, that stuff. So now, it's actually like, it's almost like it's the beginning of the new Saturday morning Cartoon Wars again. And I love it. I feel like I'm back in like, elementary, middle school, wake up in the morning and watch my cartoons. So it's great. So I'm going to do another video where I discuss the 2 episodes from DC, Green Lantern and Young Justice. And then I do another video where I talk about Avengers and Spider-Man, and we'll discuss and contrast which one was better that week. It's going to be great. So if you guys like the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, let me know. Tell me what you thought about the episode. I definitely want to know what you guys thought about the episode. And hopefully if you guys like what I'm doing, I'll do more of it. This is Show Off the King, and peace out.